the word vocation simply means a call. You'll be called to a certain life.
The word vocation to me is the reason that God put you on the earth. It's the reason you were created and your whole purpose in life that God wants you to do. And that can literally be anything. It's personal to every single person.
Maybe you are called to married life, may I say.
For me, being called to something, receiving a vocation from God is feeling completely at peace with where you are in that moment. It's almost like you're searching for happiness, and when you have your vocation, you've found it, you know that that's where you're meant to be.
You may be called to be a priest.
For me, my understanding of vocation is a way of life. So it may be that you're called to married life, you're called to single life, to priestly life, to religious life. It's a way of being.
Vocation, well, vocation literally means calling. There's something you're called to, and of course we all have vocations of various sorts. Basically, a vocation is it's a calling to care of other people, and so it's care in different respects.
Called to be a brother, called to be a nun.
My interpretation of the word vocation is that it's a calling from God.
Or anything that God may want you to do for Him.
Well, a job, when you think about jobs, you're normally thinking about employment and therefore of salaried employment pay. Whereas, so that's, I think, a preoccupation when you think about jobs. But when you think about vocations, you're thinking more about looking after those people. Your priorities are slightly different, or in some cases vastly different. And so if you're considering more looking after people, then you're probably thinking about a vocation.
When I was sort of growing up and learning in RE at school, I understood vocation to be like calling to the priesthood, or like calling to do God's work. And as I grew in myself and in my faith, that changed quite a lot for me. I found my job in healthcare and in operating theatres, and I do believe that that's not my job. I believe that's my vocation. I believe that me helping others through some of the darkest times of their lives, and going through surgery when they're having cancer and their lives are going through a massive upheaval and change, and me being a part of that is really helpful to them. And I do see my job as a vocation, because I believe it's sort of what I was meant to do.
I think personally for me, it has to be that personal relationship with Jesus. It has to be an intimate relationship with Him, and discerning with Him, what direction do you want me to go? And so listening to the voice of God.
You know, because you'll automatically be attracted to something towards that where your heart
wants to go.
Yeah.
We hear Him.
I think you'd know if God was calling you to a particular way of life, not necessarily from like a booming voice in the sky, because I don't know many people who have had that, but it can be anything, so just like having a real passion for something, or just feeling that something's really right in your heart.
And I know for me, when I was 18, I applied for my first job. I thought I wanted to be a youth worker, I thought I wanted to work with young people, and I didn't get the job, and it left me feeling quite lost. And I remember really clearly that after a year of sort of having a gap year and not knowing what I wanted to do, I came across an old application form of a job that I hadn't really explored up to that point. I decided to apply, and I went and worked for Animate Youth Ministries in Liverpool, and that opened up a lot of doors for me, and I felt like that was the first time when I felt like I belonged, like I knew where I was going. and I think I didn't feel lost anymore. And to me, that was vocation. That was what made me feel like I know that I should be working with young people.
I was attracted most of the time to the church line and to the nuns.
No, I don't think that there's a bright light, and I don't think that there's a whisper in a dream. I think that's really, really personal, because I think everyone's relationship with God is so personal, and I don't think that my relationship with God is the same as the person next to me, or like my mum or my best friend.
I think personally that it's being led towards that, in that direction, and you have to be you have to trust that you are being led, and you seem to see doors opening that would normally be closed.
For me, it's an interior feeling, and there is something within you that resonates with the sacred, and therefore you know within your heart that God is speaking to you and you're listening.
And how I like to think about it is, if I'm really struggling about what my vocation is, I like to either pray on it, and then while I'm praying on it, I feel like there's a little voice in the back of my head which tells me this is the way to go. Now, some people think that's their subconscious, but to me that's God talking to me, like in my own head, answering my prayer for me about what my vocation is in life.